Hey guys, welcome everybody to Dixie Belle's page. I am JPO here with the Purple Posy, and welcome. Happy Thursday to everybody. How are you guys doing today? Y'all doing okay? I hope everybody had a safe and wonderful New Year's. That's the most important thing, safe. I hope everybody was safe, had a great time. Hey, Dixie Belle. Welcome, happy Thursday. Happy 2020 to everybody. As you jump on, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know. As I said, I'm Jennifer Posy. I'm known to many as JPO, and I'm the owner and artist of The Purple Posy. And today, I'm actually going to be working on this beautiful Drexel dresser behind me. And the look that we are going for is this little layered, textured, you guys can't see that very well, can you? There we go. I'm a little bright. This little layered, textured blue look over here. I didn't mean for it to look blue genie, but it does. And it looks pretty cool. And it's just 3 colors, guys, just 3 colors. And I'm gonna go, I just posted the recipe to get that look, where you can find it, the link. Oh, hey, Mustard Tree Market. Hey there. I just posted that for you guys. There's a little link there for you. You can go and find the products. But I'll just recap for you just real quick. Like, what I did is I started with the Savannah Mist, and I put basically just in the little edges here, just the little creases and crevices, and I used the little French tip that Dixie Belle offers. It's on their website, I believe. I hope they're not still sold out, but you can grab it on their website. And like I said, that was Savannah Mist, and I didn't want to bore you guys with that, so I went ahead and put that in. The next color we're going to be using today is Dusty Blue. Dusty Blue, beautiful blue color. And then in the navy, just the classic navy color in the navy, right here. Howdy from Texas. I'm from Texas too. I'm West Texas, Marcia. West Texas here. And then I'll also be using my handy dandy large flat Dixie Belle brushes. Okay. Salem, Massachusetts. I bet it's cold up there. So let's just go ahead and get started. Shall we? Hey, from Oklahoma. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys now. You can see here over here on this side where I started, a little bit of that Savannah Mist is peeking through, and also a little bit of the, I forgot, Dusty Blue. Yeah, Dusty Blue is peeking through as well. And that's what we want. So, hey AJ, that's what we want. And basically it's just layers and layers, almost dry brushing, but not. I'm also going to be using a fine mist water bottle, not vinegar. I'm not using vinegar water, just regular. Hey, from Illinois. All right, so first I went in within the navy. So we're just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna grab a swig of my caffeine, because I'm a caffeine junkie. All right, so what I do to get my little peekaboo effect here is I load up my brush, but not too much. I mean, I may maybe cover up the bristle, the white portion of the paintbrush, and I start in the center, heaviest, and then I work my way up once I get the main portion, or the main glob of paint off, and then I'll come up here and kind of clean my brush off. So that way it's not completely covering up that lighter blue, and it's not getting in the creases and the crevices and covering up that lighter blue color that I applied already. And we're just going to keep doing the same Now up here doesn't matter because I don't have that Savannah blue, so I'm gonna go ahead and unload, come down here, and dry brush. You don't want 100% coverage, that's fine, because we're gonna end up in the navy, dusty blue, and then in the navy again. So if you don't get great coverage, that's completely fine. So you unload, you dry brush, just wherever. And that's really all you're doing. And like I said, it's not a whole lot of paint. You guys can see right there. You don't want to get too much on your brush, because then you might get a glob. You don't want a glob. You can go in all different directions. You'll have a harsh line there if you don't. I did clean this piece with White Lightning. And guys, I've still got the little white paper towels over there. I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned 3 times, and I still kept getting the brown gunk off. And I decided I don't have time. Ain't nobody got time to do this, so I did boss it. I did boss this piece. I did boss it because ain't nobody got time to clean a piece 6 and 7 times, right? So this boss worked perfectly. It's an odor and stain blocker. I believe it was smoke, or the nicotine that was coming off. Also a lot of like Pledge type stuff from over the years. So we're unloading. We're not worried about coverage because, like I said, we're going to have layers. Let's move down here. And I'm not holding the brush, up here. I want it pretty stiff. I don't want a real, instead of dry brush, leftover brush. This was, I think, the first year we did not go out for New Year's. We didn't do anything. Did anybody do anything like super cool? I watched a movie with my husband. We stayed in. It's actually kind of nice. Tomorrow's my birthday, guys, and if you follow my page, you guys know what I'm doing tomorrow. I do it every year for my birthday. I'm handing out some gifts. Y'all can pop on over there tomorrow, turn on your notifications, and you can see that going down. Probably what I'll do is just this middle section here for you guys, so we can get all 3 layers on. And I'm trying to decide, I may come in with the white gel stain, the Voodoo gel stain, and accent a little bit with it. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to decide. Trying to see out of y'all's way. Can y'all see? Yeah. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. You could probably get the same effect if you just went in with the dusty blue and then in the navy over, but I wanted to have multiple layers just in case you missed a few spots, just to have extra insurance that everything was covered, and you know, you didn't, because you get, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a really cool textured look. If you go over one area completely dry, you can see all three colors and all three layers, and it gives it a really cool dimensional effect. So I decided to go do the 3 layers, but just the 2 colors. I almost threw in a gray, but the blues are the 2020 color of the year, so I thought I'm going to start the year off with a blue piece. I think most everybody is doing that. I think it's what I've seen so far on social media. Now this is drying pretty quick, so I don't know that I'll need my heat gun, but I've got it on standby just in case, because I don't want to blend my colors just yet. When I come in with my second color, I will use my water sparingly, but I will use it. All right, I think just getting some of that blue down here on this little lip. I like to do the inside of the jams first, but I did not on this piece. Probably gonna regret it later, so I'll have to come in and do that, but let me just hit those real quick. At least where you can see. And when I have a layered or a blend, I usually do the darker color on the jams. I don't know if anybody else has a different way of doing it, but that's how I do it myself. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next. Color, which is the dusty blue. I'm gonna put this brush away, and I'm gonna hit it with some vinegar water and wrap it up in a baby wipe so it doesn't dry up on me. If you guys have any questions, y'all just feel free to post them and I'll come back and answer them for you guys. Okay. All right, so let me blast this real quick. There's a couple of heavy spots here. Hi from Boston, from Texas. Got it on pretty thick right there. All right, that should be okay. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is go in with the dusty blue. I am going to start the dusty blue off with a damp brush. Thank you, Dixie Belle. I am going to start it off with a little bit of a damp brush, so I'll just mist it with my mister bottle. Just kind of swirl it around in my hand. Again, this is dusty blue. This is just a fine mist water bottle, and I'll use it for blending. You'll need to keep your paint wet if you're blending a little bit. You cannot blend with dry paint. Where do you find your... Actually, once you are done to refill. You mean your piece, Kathy? Yes, I do yes, I resell. I find my pieces from like Marketplace, garage sales. I actually have followers on my page who will offer pieces to me. I've had some give me theirs for free, which is pretty cool. But I have, some apps, my website, my Facebook page, all different sorts of places. My website's a big one. Okay, I'm literally just going to, since I shook it up, I've got a good amount of paint in my lid. So I'm going to use my lid to dip my paintbrush in so I don't get a whole lot on there. You guys can see, whoops, that I don't have a whole lot of paint on there. I did get some on my hands. Can't see. And then we're going to go in the center here and do like we did with in the navy. Now here, I'll mist it so I can get a little bit more out of the small amount of paint that I'm using. It won't necessarily blend. Some parts it will, like right here it's blending. But mostly it's to just spread it out and be a thin layer. And then up here I'm just drying my brush off like I did with in the navy. I almost said Old Navy. I've got shopping on my brain, can you tell? Okay, again, just tapping in the lid so I don't get a ton on my brush. And we'll just come down here and start. We're gonna mist it. Now here's where you can start going up and down. Now we're gonna cover that, so don't freak out. We're just doing layers. This has got a really cool look. When the paint starts to dry and you're dry brushing. And when we're done, I'll bring you guys in closer so you can see. It looks super cool. I'm just about out of paint in my lid. So I'll have to go to the jar. Now you can see how significantly lighter that is from this side, which is why I decided, I initially was just going to do the in the navy in the Savannah Mist, but I decided to add this third color, and then I added it. I was like, well, that's too light, and went back in and really liked the effect that I got. And there's no right or wrong way to do this, guys. You can be sloppy about it and you're still gonna get a really cool effect. That's the beauty of boho furniture and boho painting. I always say that. It's perfectly imperfect. Now I am dipping into my jar now, but I'm still trying to get the same amount that I had before. Hey there, Pam. You don't want to get too much water. You can always add 2. Your brush is going to hate you after this. Your brush is gonna hate you. You're gonna hate cleaning it. Hopefully you've got one of those combs because you're gonna need it. And it's a really good arm workout. All right, let's come down here. And we're gonna go really light. Now the beauty is the Savannah Mist and the Dusty Blue are super close in color, but, excuse me, you can still see, when they get close to each other, you can still see a difference in the color, which I love. Let me hit this side over here. I'm basically just cleaning my brush off, making sure I have everything off, and that's cleaned off. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys in so you guys can see before we do the final layer the really cool parts and sections that I love about the piece. Let me see if I can turn you guys around. So you can see the dry brushing here. You can see the Savannah Mist right here. You can see the Dusty Blue, and you can see the In the Navy, which I love. I love all of that. That's a really good spot. And also here, this corner, that's a really good spot. We're gonna go over it again with the In the Navy. And here's a close-up of the finished over here. Just layers and layers of basically dry brushing. Whoops. So we'll go over it with In the Navy. Now this is vinegar water that I store my brushes in, or wrap it up in with the baby wipe to keep it wet until I can get it in a jar of water or to wash them, just to keep it wet. And that's dry. I don't need to hit it with a heat gun or anything. That's all dry. Okay. This is the same brush that I put away. Whoop. And now I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the Dusty Blue. I'm just going to dip into the lid. Why do you spray your brushes with vinegar water and not just water? So the vinegar helps kind of pull the paint and separate the paint so it doesn't stick to the bristles as much. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what it is with the vinegar, but it will kind of pull the paint. It separates the paint, so it's easier to clean. I don't know. Don't ask me like all the chemical stuff because I don't know. It just helps it clean easier. And then I'll either go wash it right away, or I'll stick it in a jar of water mixed in with a little bit of White Lightning if I can't get to washing my brushes right away. I'll do that. Okay, so again, with the old, in the navy. I said Old Navy again. It's crazy. You're welcome. Just a tiny, tiny bit of the in the navy. You guys can, I think you guys can see that, yeah? Same thing here. Lightly mist. Just spread it around. Now, I don't want it matchy-matchy over here, but I do want kind of the same darkness, I guess you would say. I don't want this to be super light and this to be super dark, but I don't want the drawers to be matchy-matchy, if that makes sense. I'm going to hit these corners just a little bit more with the in the navy because there's a little bit more. Can you see? Do you guys see how this drawer, you can see more of the Savannah Mist than you can over here? That's too much of a difference. So as I come in over here with the in the navy, I am going to hit the lips a little bit more, just to kind of darken that a tad. Not too much, just a tad. And if I need to, I can come back and do another layer of the Dusty Blue. If you get too much, like if you get too heavy handed, it's not a big deal. It's just layers. So you can always come back and redo your layers. I mean, it's time consuming, but that's always a possibility if you have to do that. When I'm working on a boho piece, I really try not to, if I've already done a section, I try not to look at the other side too much because I don't want them to match. I really don't want them to match. In this case, I should have with a little bit. So I'm just going to do a little bit more dry brushing than I would over here. Now, another option you can do if you like this side better than that side and you want to add more of the Savannah Mist into the little creases and crevices, you want more of that contrast, you can always get like a little cheapo artist brush or something really skinny and take that Savannah Mist and dip it in there. Kind of dab it off just a tad to where it's not real globby, but just kind of brush it super fast around there. That way it doesn't, you don't want to glob it and then move it. You want to just really fast across it so it looks like it was there like that from the beginning. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Thank you, AJ. That's another option that you can do to fix an uh-oh. or if you decide you want like a little pop, I could go in with an artist brush if I wanted to and add coral here and there, or a yellow would be pretty for just a pop. It actually sounds kind of cool. Just take that artist brush, dab it in your paint, dab it on a towel, and then swoosh it across, back and forth. Now I'm shoving my bristles in there pretty hard. And that's looking okay to me. I don't want it, like I said, matchy-matchy. Really good arm workout, guys. Really good arm workout. My arm's on fire. Because I did this side, I top coated, and now I'm doing this, so I may take a little break. I may have to take a little break. Let my arm rest a little bit after this before I move on to that other little section. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad, huh? All right, so I'm pushing my brushes in these little lips again. And that looks good to me. So we'll move over here. My lid's about out, so I'm gonna have to go into the jar of paint. You can get, I've had these mist bottles for a while, but you can also get a mist bottle on the Dixie Belle website. Again, I put a link there for you guys to use. You can find a local retailer, or you can have the products delivered to your house, right to your doorstep. Right to your doorstep, you don't have to go anywhere. You can just order with your jammies on and your coffee. You can get all these products that I've used, minus the heat gun and the monsters. I know, right? I know. Well, between this and then carrying my daughter on this arm, I should be like cut, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but you know, whatever. When these water bottles crap out, I'll be getting the other ones from Dixie Belle, because I've heard they're pretty amazing. Okay, let's see where we are. So I like that. I am really happy with that. Let me hit the side right here, and then I think we'll call this good, guys. I think we'll call it good. And then over here. Thank you, Diana. Diane, sorry. I'm getting old, I can't see. My husband had me going yesterday. All last year, I really thought I was 30, all last year I thought I was 38. I was actually 37. And so I'm about to turn 39 tomorrow. And my husband last night was like, just 2 more days and you'll be 40. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. He had me going for a second. I was super confused. I always forget how old I am. He's trying to rob me of my last year of my 30s. Trying to rob me of it. I may have to dry brush. Actually, let me do that real quick. That's too much. That's too heavy. With the old in the navy. Good Lord. Let me get that. And then I can fix that when I do the second portion there. All right, guys, I will bring you in one last time to take a look kind of at the final product here, and then I'll let you guys go about your day. It's not too long of a ride, right? Not too bad. Let me get these covered up here. Get these covered up right here. And then, like I said, thank you, I appreciate you. If y'all have any questions, y'all put them in the comments and I'll be sure and come back and answer them. So let me stand back a little bit, and here's where we're at. So this is what we just did. Thank you, Dixie Belle, appreciate you. And so when I come back and do, see, this is still a little stark compared to over here, but I kind of like it. Michelle, I douse them with vinegar water, and I just use a baby wipe. Just parent's choice, baby wipe. So that's kind of far away. Now up close, I think this is like my favorite corner right here. You can see the Savannah Mist. You can see the Dusty Blue, and you can see the in the Navy. You can see all three colors. I love it. That's perfect. I love the dry brushing all the way across. So this is absolutely perfect. This is what we were going for. I love this corner right here. So yeah, that's it, guys. Whoa, I just broke it. It's not good. All right, so that's it. Thank you, Andrea, I appreciate it. Again, I got a little linky poo there for you. I put the recipe there for you. It's easy to find. You can find a local retailer. You can have them delivered to your door. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. Where did I use the Boss? All over. I put it all over the piece because I cleaned it 3 times and I still kept getting the gunk. So I just bossed it. I just bossed it all. Every square inch, even the top. And I'm fairly certain they smoked because there's like a cigarette burn, which I would have had to boss anyway, so to cover that up. All right. If y'all have any questions, y'all feel free to ask. I'll come back. I appreciate you joining me. Y'all have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see y'all next time. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time.